The garden is all about seeds, and the inspiration for the garden for me was thinking about the amazing resilience that we find in nature. I guess the sense of optimism that they represent in nature for me was a really close parallel with the work that the Trust does and of course with the potential that the young people that they work with represent.
Mycelium and mycorrhizal networks are underneath our feet, they're everywhere. They're probably spreading out far and wide beyond this forest and woodland that we're in. And those networks and connections that nature uses are very relatable to Pathways work. So although the structure in the garden is going to be these big monolithic structures that come out of the ground, the key metaphor is the networks and pathways beneath our feet that we sometimes are not aware of and that are so life-giving and important.
I've been inspired by the local dramatic sand dune landscape, the topography, the fact that it goes up and down, the fact that when you walk amongst the dunes, you're really immersed and in amongst them, and just the incredible textures that we see all around us. We want to create something equally dramatic that you feel you're part of, and that I think to get a sense of how an artist can come to Hospital and be inspired by the place and its surroundings.
So one of the key aspects of this garden is seagrass. We're bringing seagrass for the first time in the history of Chelsea to the show. This is our only flowering plant in the ocean. To me, it was quite important to spread that message of what we have here and why it's so special and why we should preserve it.
The build is going really well. I'm absolutely thrilled. So far everything has gone to plan. The trees were in at the weekend, and then tomorrow is a really exciting day. So we've got the building coming down, which will be kind of the final last big bit of the jigsaw.
So the garden is a series of rooms, some big, small, so you've got sort of more communal areas and more private areas, and they're all connected by this wonderful sinuous bench, which we're calling the Together bench, and it's going to weave right through the garden. So each room will have a section of bench in it that will weave right through the garden and tie the whole scheme together.
So we've commissioned 6 pieces of artwork that are going to depict 6 different songbirds. Each songbird is red listed because they're declining quite dramatically in the UK. And so these different pieces of artwork are going to show the birds' habitat, maybe something about their appearance.
We're in full sun, south-facing plot, hugely exposed. We've got shade netting, we've got irrigation, because what we're trying to do is keep this moss as gorgeous and moist as it would be in nature. So what we're trying to basically make, I've got to make a mini wet woodland in all respects for these plants to survive. So we've put them in all the cracks and crevices, and we're basically misting it every basically half an hour. But what we want to do is we want to try and make this as immersive and as beautiful as it can be.
We've done a bit of tweaking, but I'm really, really excited. It's starting to take shape as you see it today. I think this is day 9, but it really, really, really feels like the garden is coming to life now. And we've got an amazing team, and they're just fabulous. Everybody's working so hard, so I'm feeding them lots of cakes, lots of biscuits.
the Hospice UK Garden Compassion has been great for really bringing that story about how gardens have that great impact in hospice care and end-of-life care. They really feel like they have that sort of therapeutic and restorative power. We've been speaking to so many people, we've had great coverage, lots of new supporters that have said they're going to sign up for us, or even getting involved with their local hospice, whether that's sort of volunteering or finding out more about what's going on in their local community.
So we're having all sorts of conversations, everything from plant conversations, garden conversations, and obviously lots to do with neurodiversity. And it's really emotional for some people, because once you start talking about ADHD, all sorts of things, other conversations come up. But yeah, it's a really good conversation to have on a garden, actually.
I mean, it is an incredibly beautiful garden, but I think there's something really feminine and soft and inspirational about it that's really touched the hearts of all the people at Chelsea, and people come back again and again to look at it in different lights. And when they hear about what the work we do, everyone seems to really see the value in it and understand, and they really believe in the work in horticulture and giving work to people in second chances who've been in prison. It's been really, really incredible.
Chelsea is going amazing, so much better than we ever imagined that it could go, actually. We've had really interesting conversations with so many people about seagrass, about native oysters, about the loss of biodiversity. It's gone beyond our expectations. The platform that this has given us to spread our message is unprecedented, and we're absolutely delighted to have come.
We are just having an absolutely fantastic week at Chelsea. We've been overwhelmed by the amount of kindness directed towards us in our garden, and everybody seems to be responding really well to our message about people with Down syndrome. They are so vital to our society, and everybody seems to understand that, and our garden is really resonating with everybody.
Chelsea's been amazing, actually. It's been a real eye-opener for us, but we've had such good support, and the feedback from everyone we've spoken to so far has been really supportive, and they're really interested. They're asking lots of questions about Nigel's planting, and then also asking questions about us as a charity, so it's been really good for us to have that opportunity.
People have been really interested in finding the connection between the garden design and the charity.
I mean, I'm so excited to see everybody so interested in our garden and take our awareness from us and spread the message.
It's going to be really relaxing for people having this garden here. One of the things about when you're on the streets or temporary accommodation, whatever your situation you're in, garden spaces are really important for people's mental well-being. They're places where you can relax, just sit when it's nice weather, take time out. I think the people here will get a huge benefit from this garden being here, hopefully for a very, very long time.
We are at the Neighbourhood Network Community Centre, which is based in Bransham, a challenging community in Hull. The Songbird Survival Garden will be a hub for us to open up to the community and get them involved. For the people who live close by and even in the city, they can come, they can learn about the plants, the flowers, but most importantly, it's about the messages for songbirds, and we want to advocate the Songbird Survival's messages and encourage people to create their own songbird gardens within their own space.
So we hope the garden will be used as a living classroom, kind of get hands-on with nature, which I think for a lot of young people is missing from their lives. You know, we have the shared values of unleashing potential, developing confidence, and really getting students to be the best that they can. So that partnership with the King's Trust is going to be really important.
When we first came here, this this area was a car park a couple of years ago, but now it's in a phenomenal space. Just I wish I was a student here being able to study, and we couldn't be more proud to have it here at the University of Liverpool, who champion neurodiversity in many levels. They've got one of our umbrella installations. They do lots of different services to support their students in a neurodiverse level. So we couldn't be more proud to have this garden here.